Did you know that once someone over 65 experiences a fall, their risk of falling again doubles? What if I told you that the way you've been walking could be silently increasing your risk of falls every single day? The truth is, falls are a silent epidemic among seniors in the US. Did you know that every 11 seconds, an older adult is treated in the emergency room for a fall? And even more alarmingly, falls are the leading cause of fatal injury for those over 65. These aren't just statistics. These are our parents, our grandparents, ourselves. Just last month, I spoke with Mr. Henderson from Ohio. He was a vibrant 70-year-old who loved his morning walks. Then, a seemingly minor trip while getting his mail resulted in a fractured hip. His recovery has been long and challenging, impacting his independence and the joy he found in his daily routine. He told me, with real regret, "If only I had known there were simple things I could have done differently." Learning to walk correctly isn't just about getting from point A to point B. It's a powerful tool for preventing falls and maintaining an active, independent life as we continue to enjoy our wonderful years. We'll explore the most effective walking techniques. If you follow these, you barely experience a fall. It's all about awareness and knowledge, so stay with me until the end, and remember these techniques backed by the latest research. So, let's get right to it. What are these essential walking techniques that can make such a profound difference in our stability and well-being? First key point: maintaining proper posture. Think of your body as the strong frame of a house. A well-aligned structure provides the best support. When you're walking, aim to stand tall, as if there's a gentle string lifting you from the very top of your head. Your shoulders should be relaxed, not hunched up towards your ears or slumped forward. It's a very common tendency, especially when we're feeling a bit tired or focusing on the ground, to look down at our feet, perhaps to watch out for cracks in the sidewalk. But consistently looking down shifts your center of gravity forward, making you inherently less stable. Instead, keep your head up, with your eyes looking forward, scanning about 10 to 20 feet ahead of you. And finally, gently engage your core muscles. I tell my patients to imagine they're about to receive a gentle nudge to the stomach and tightening those muscles slightly to brace themselves. This subtle engagement helps to stabilize your trunk, which is your body's central support system. I remember working with Mr. Chin, who was 65 and had just retired from his career as a librarian in Ohio. He loved the peace of his morning walks in the local park but often felt a little wobbly. We spent some time focusing on his posture. He had a tendency to hunch slightly. He was surprised how much more balanced he felt just by consciously standing taller and keeping his gaze forward, enjoying the scenery instead of just watching his feet. That strong, upright posture naturally leads us to second key point: weight transfer and balance. Walking is essentially a graceful dance of shifting your weight smoothly from one foot to the other. When this transfer is fluid and balanced, you're much more stable. As you take a step, your heels should make initial contact with the ground. That's the heel strike. Then, you want to smoothly roll through the entire length of your foot, transferring your weight along the arch, and finally, push off with your toes to propel yourself forward for the next step. Avoid slapping your feet down abruptly or having a jerky, uneven transfer of weight. This controlled roll helps maintain your center of gravity over your supporting foot. I had a patient in her early 80s, Mrs. Davies, who lived in Arizona and loved to hike the gentle trails near her home. She had some mild arthritis in her feet, which sometimes made her feel unsteady. We worked on consciously focusing on that smooth heel-to-toe motion. She found that not only did it improve her balance on uneven terrain, but it also seemed to reduce some of the discomfort she experienced while walking. It's all about that deliberate, fluid movement with each step. Now, let's delve a bit deeper into how your body moves during walking. Third key point: stride length and pace. It might seem counterintuitive, but sometimes taking very large steps or trying to walk too quickly can actually make you less stable, especially as we get older. Opt for shorter, more controlled strides, particularly when you're walking on uneven surfaces or feeling a bit less steady than usual. Think of it this way: smaller steps give you more opportunities to adjust your balance with each footfall. And always maintain a comfortable and sustainable pace. Walking isn't a race. Listen to your body. If you find yourself feeling out of breath or unsteady, slow down. There is absolutely no shame in taking your time and prioritizing stability over speed. I worked with a very active gentleman in his late 70s, Mr. Johnson, who lived in Colorado and enjoyed brisk walks around his neighborhood. He had a habit of taking long strides and walking quite quickly. We focused on shortening his stride and adopting a more moderate pace. He was surprised at how much more secure he felt, especially when navigating the slight inclines and declines in his neighborhood. And your arms play a much more significant role than you might think. That brings us to fourth key point: arm movement and coordination. Your arms aren't just there for show. They act as natural counterbalances to your leg movements, significantly aiding your stability and momentum. As your right leg moves forward, your left arm should swing forward in a natural, relaxed motion, and vice versa. Keep your arm movements controlled and not too wide or exaggerated. Imagine you're gently swinging pendulums by your sides, in rhythm with your steps. This coordinated arm swing helps to maintain your equilibrium and can even improve your walking efficiency. I remember a patient, Mrs. Lee, who was 70 and lived in California. She was recovering from a mild shoulder strain and had been keeping her arm on that side very still while walking. Once her shoulder healed and she started consciously incorporating a gentle, coordinated swing with both arms, she was amazed at how much more balanced and connected to her overall movement she felt. It was like her body was working together more harmoniously. Our world isn't perfectly smooth and flat, so it's essential to adapt your walking technique to the various surfaces you encounter. Fifth key point: walking on uneven surfaces. Whether you're strolling through a grassy park, walking on a gravel driveway, or navigating an uneven sidewalk in your neighborhood, be extra mindful with each step. Scan ahead and be aware of potential hazards like cracks, loose stones, or subtle changes in elevation. When you encounter an uneven surface, take even smaller, more deliberate steps. You might also find it helpful to widen your stance slightly for a broader base of support, much like how you'd balance on a boat. And please, don't hesitate to use a walking aid like a cane or a walking stick for added stability, especially on challenging terrain. Ensure it's the correct height for you. When you're standing upright and holding the handle, your elbows should be bent at a comfortable angle. I had a patient in his mid-80s, Mr. Rodriguez, who lived in New Mexico and cherished his walks in the desert landscape near his home. The uneven, rocky paths used to make him quite nervous. By focusing on taking smaller, more deliberate steps, widening his stance slightly on particularly uneven patches, and using a sturdy hiking stick, he was able to continue enjoying his walks safely and confidently. And our homes, while familiar, can also present hidden challenges. Sixth key point: walking indoors safely. Believe it or not, a significant number of falls happen right inside our own homes. Simple adjustments to your walking habits indoors can make a profound difference. Avoid rushing, especially on hard floors like wood or tile. Always wear supportive, non-slip footwear, even when you're just moving from the living room to the kitchen. Slippers, especially those without good traction, can be a major culprit in falls. Ensure you have adequate lighting in all hallways and rooms, especially at night when visibility is reduced. And take the time to eliminate tripping hazards like loose rugs, clutter on the floor, or trailing electrical cords. I remember a patient, Mrs. Henderson, who was in her late 60s and lived in a beautiful older home in Boston. She tripped on a small, decorative throw rug in her living room and thankfully wasn't seriously hurt, but it shook her confidence. After removing the rug and consciously being more mindful of her steps indoors, especially on the polished wooden floors, she felt so much more secure moving around her own home. It's often the seemingly small changes that have the biggest impact. Now, while focusing on how you walk is crucial, incorporating a few gentle exercises into your daily or weekly routine can further enhance your balance and leg strength, making your walking even more stable and reducing your risk of falls. But please, I want to emphasize again, always consult with your primary care physician before starting any new exercise program, and always listen carefully to your body. If you feel any pain or discomfort, stop immediately. Seventh key point: heel-to-toe walking exercise. This is a fantastic and simple way to practice and improve your balance. Find a safe space in your home, perhaps along a hallway where you can easily reach a wall or sturdy furniture for support if needed. Try walking in a straight line, carefully placing the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other. Take small, controlled steps, focusing on that smooth weight transfer we talked about earlier. If you feel unsteady at all, don't hesitate to use the wall or furniture for support. Even practicing this for just a few minutes each day can make a noticeable difference in your balance and coordination. I've seen patients in their 70s and even 80s, who initially felt quite wobbly, gain significant confidence and stability with this exercise. Mrs. Jackson, a 73-year-old from Pennsylvania, found the heel-to-toe walking exercise very helpful in improving her balance. Initially, she needed to hold onto a wall, but with practice, she could walk several steps independently. 8th key point: single leg stands. This exercise directly challenges and improves your balance. Again, find a safe place near a sturdy chair or wall. Gently lift one foot off the ground and try to hold that position for a few seconds. Start with holding for just a second or two and gradually increase the duration as your balance improves. Use the chair or wall for support as needed. It's perfectly okay to hold on lightly. Repeat this exercise on the other leg. Strengthening your ankles and improving your ability to balance on one leg is directly related to your stability while walking. I had a 68-year-old patient, Mr. Davis, who lived in Illinois and loved to play golf. He found that improving his single-leg balance not only helped his walking but also improved his golf swing. 9th key point: gentle ankle pumps and toe raises. These are simple yet effective exercises for strengthening the muscles in your lower legs and ankles, which are crucial for maintaining balance and preventing trips and stumbles while walking. You can do these while seated comfortably in a chair or standing, holding onto something stable for support if you need it. For ankle pumps, simply point your toes up towards your shins and then down towards the floor. Repeat this 10 to 15 times. For toe raises, lift up onto the balls of your feet, then slowly lower your heels back down. Repeat this 10 to 15 times as well. Even for my patients in their late 80s and early 90s, these gentle movements can make a tangible difference in their lower leg strength and overall stability. Mrs. Lee, an 82-year-old from New York, incorporated ankle pumps and toe raises into her daily routine while sitting in her chair. She found these simple exercises helped her feel more stable when she stood up and walked. Now, let's talk about the foundation of every step we take, our feet, and what we put on them. 10th key point: choosing the right footwear. Your shoes are your direct connection to the ground, and the wrong footwear can significantly increase your risk of falls. Look for shoes that provide good arch support and have a non-slip sole with good traction. Avoid high heels, flip-flops, and shoes with slick leather or rubber soles that can slide easily. Make sure your shoes fit properly, not too loose that they might slip off unexpectedly, and not too tight that they restrict your movement or sensation in your feet. If you're ever unsure about the best type of shoes for your individual needs, don't hesitate to consult with a podiatrist. I've seen patients across all age ranges experience a noticeable improvement in their stability simply by switching to more supportive and appropriate footwear. Mr. Brown, a 76-year-old from Ohio, had been wearing old, worn-out slippers around the house. After switching to supportive shoes with good traction, he noticed a significant improvement in his stability and felt much safer walking on his hardwood floors. And finally, let's discuss a valuable tool that can provide significant support and confidence. 11th key point: utilizing assistive devices. There is absolutely no shame, none whatsoever, in using a walking aid like a cane or a walker if it helps you feel more secure and prevents falls. Think of it as a tool that empowers you to maintain your independence and continue participating in the activities you enjoy. If your doctor or physical therapist has recommended a cane or walker, please use it consistently and correctly. Ensure the device is the correct height for your body. When you're standing upright and holding the handle, your elbows should be bent at a comfortable angle, around 20 to 30 degrees. And make sure you receive proper instruction from a healthcare professional on the correct technique for using your specific device. I've seen patients in their 60s, 70s, and 80s embrace walking aids and regain so much confidence and freedom to move about safely. It's all about staying active and protecting yourself. Mrs. Wilson, an 85-year-old from California, initially hesitated to use a walker. However, after her physical therapist explained how it could help her maintain her independence and prevent falls, she embraced it and was able to continue enjoying her walks in the park with greater confidence. So, let's take a moment to quickly recap these 11 essential steps for walking with greater stability, preventing falls, and maintaining your independence. Remember these important techniques. Maintain proper posture, stand tall, relax your shoulders, look ahead, and engage your core. Focus on smooth weight transfer from heel to toe with each step. Take shorter, more controlled strides and walk at a comfortable, sustainable pace. Utilize a natural, coordinated arm swing for balance. Be extra mindful and take smaller steps when navigating uneven surfaces. Walk safely indoors by removing hazards and always wearing supportive footwear. Practice the heel-to-toe walking exercise regularly. Incorporate single-leg stands to improve your balance. Do gentle ankle pumps and toe raises to strengthen your lower legs. Choose supportive, non-slip footwear for all your activities, both indoors and out. Use assistive devices like canes or walkers if they've been recommended by your healthcare team. Now, I'd really love to hear from you. What are some of the biggest challenges you've encountered when it comes to maintaining your balance while walking? Or perhaps you have a personal tip or trick that you've found particularly helpful in feeling more stable on your feet? Please share your experiences and insights in the comments section below. Your wisdom could be incredibly valuable and encouraging to others in our community who might be facing similar challenges. And of course, if you found this video informative and empowering, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more practical, evidence-based tips and advice on how to live a healthy, active, and fulfilling life as we continue to embrace these wonderful years. Remember, taking proactive steps, like focusing on your walking technique and incorporating simple balance exercises into your routine, can make a truly significant difference in your confidence, your independence, and your ability to continue enjoying all the activities and connections that bring meaning and joy to your life, no matter your age. You absolutely have the power to reduce your risk of falls and keep doing what you love. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Please stay safe, stay active, and keep moving forward with confidence. Until next time, take care and I'll see you in the next video.